Hey friends, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Connie. I'm Connie Fuksa. How's everybody doing today? You know, a lot of times I talk to you guys about things that either with respect to business or with respect to your personal growth. But I wanted to share with you something that I did this weekend because I talk to you guys a lot about who's on your friends list or who's bringing you down or who's lifting you up. And, I really realized this weekend that although I talk to you guys about this and I try to live the way I talk to you guys, I don't always do exactly what I say because I think I am. And then when I do a little checkup, it isn't always that way. So I just wanted to share with you a little personal experience. And then I wanted to share with you some growth things about that. So one of the things that I've talked about before, and I feel like this is so close to me today. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get some rhythm here about what we're doing. So I wanted to share with you an experience that I had and some growth things I want to talk to you guys about. So as I said, I try to talk to you guys about things that I experience. And one of the things that I find in life, because of social media, it's amazing that we have this ability to talk several times a week and that we can share things with each other and that you guys can see stuff no matter where you are and that I can have these conversations or other people who share information. It's fantastic that we have this ability. But here's the other side too, is that sometimes we fill our friends list just with people that maybe we've met or acquaintances, and we follow some of the things that they're doing, and it really brings us down. Like we're not, they're not lifting you up. They're not giving you good juju, good energy. You're not being the best you because you're following something that's not maybe is negatively affecting you. And I'm not saying that everybody on your friends list maybe is a bad person or is somebody you shouldn't be friends with, but if they're not giving you good energy, and I'm not saying that they have to work to be your friend, what I am saying is when you see things that they post or when you talk to them and you're not getting that energy, that lifting up, that's not supportive, it just doesn't work for you, then that's people that you have to consciously unfriend, be uninvolved, be not letting that information get in your ear. That, when someone offers negativity and constantly it's negative with conversations that maybe they're having with you, or maybe you're seeing negativity with other people, you need to turn that off and you need to get it out of your head because you can only be the best you if you are just putting goodness out there for everyone else, sharing the good things that you have to offer, but also if you're not being pushed in a direction or mentally thought about or talked about in a direction that isn't beneficial for you. So I really challenge you because I had to do this to myself this weekend. I really had to go back and say, wait a minute, I think I have some people on my friends list that probably aren't the best for my well-being. So I don't, maybe they just don't talk to me, or maybe, I see these people in person and we're not having conversations, or we're not helping each other or energizing each other. And those are just not people that are good for my energy. It's just the way it works for me. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It doesn't mean that they're people that are negative Nancy, but maybe it just means they're just not good for my energy. And so because I try really hard, as you guys may see, to always see positive sides of things because it's the way that makes my life happy and makes me stay on the right path. Because when I let the negative things get into my head and constantly beat me down, I've talked about this a couple times, but you guys may have seen recently had some travel woes, and boy, I tell you, that was really difficult. But honestly, it didn't really hit me negatively until towards the end because it was just a constant day of being beat down. Because I try really hard to look at not always the positive or the sunshine side of things, but that I know there's a lot of people struggling with things that are a whole lot worse than some of the things that I may be going through. So I try to push myself into the positive side of it because what happens is then I end up being a productive person that day. I get things done that I need to do. I move forward because I don't sit and dwell in what that hole is or whatever that bad fishbowl of whatever. But what I want to share with you today is when you're thinking about those things, think about the people that constantly either don't feed in to your positivity or don't feed into good things that you need to do or don't give you that positive thought to push you in the right directions. I'm not sure what your scenario is, but any of those things, if you have people that are on that friends list that are constantly posting, oh, I'm miserable today, or oh, the life is terrible, or oh, we just uh, all of the negative things that people put out there. Maybe it's not a place that you need to focus on. And the problem is if it's in your Instagram feed or Facebook feed or Twitter feed and you're constantly being exposed to that, maybe it's just not good for you. Or maybe it's somebody who just on the outside, maybe they're following you, maybe they're liking a post here or there, but on the outside, in a real life scenario, maybe they're not feeding into you. Maybe they don't even pay attention to you. Maybe they don't even acknowledge your existence or your personality in a certain area. And those are people that don't feed into the positive things that you need to feel to continue to offer your goodness to the world. I posted this a while ago, but are the people on your friends list or the people in your circle, are they igniting your fire or are they putting it out? Are they throwing water on it? And if they're throwing water on it, or even if they're just standing there watching it go out, maybe those are people that either you don't need in your world or you need to have some conversations with and get those things turned around. Because if that's somebody who's throwing water on your fire, then you need to free them and let them move on to be with someone else who maybe has a different relationship with them, because your energy is what makes you who you are, and you have so much to share with the rest of us, and we can't see what that is if someone's putting your fire out. So release those people, get those people off of your friends list, get them out of your circle, because when you constantly are looking and feeling the information that they're sharing or not dealing with you, then it brings you down. It makes you think about things that you really don't need in your head. You don't need to be dwelling on what did Susie think or what did Nancy think or what did Joe think, because maybe they just don't want to give you that good energy, or they don't give you positive feedback. Maybe, and I'm not saying everybody shouldn't get constructive feedback. Maybe you should, but it shouldn't be always a negative vibe that you're getting from those people. And if they are, then you need to unfriend them. You need to stop following them. You need to stop checking out what's going on with them. And if they're not in your feed, whether it's Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, or seeing them in person. Maybe it's just you don't need to be in that environment. So I really challenge you to take a really good hard look. I'm not saying you have to dwindle your friends list down. What I'm saying is the ones that constantly are putting out your fire, even if they're not doing it directly to you, if you're feeling that when you're going through that all they provide is the negative information, maybe they shouldn't be in your friends list, or maybe you need to have a conversation with them, because you can only be the best you when you are thinking about how you're going to give and share the information that you have inside, or the really great things that you have to share with other people. Because if you know how are really good with, let's say you're really handy with tools, or you're really handy with fixing things, and you know that, and someone gives you some really bad information or bad advice or just bad juju, just like, comments about something that you did, maybe you didn't do it exactly right, then that's going to feed into your negative side and say, oh gosh, well, I don't want to help somebody else because I might mess that up. When in fact, it probably wasn't even something you messed up, or maybe you did, who cares? You have a track record of doing things really good. Don't let that stuff feed into your head, because you have so much to offer. There's so many people out there that need what you're doing and need you to either teach them or fix things for them. And so whatever your superpower is, don't let the negative Nancys or the negative Nels feed into that energy for you. I want you to get that good energy and keep that going and work on it as hard as you can, and unfriend those people that give you that negative energy, because they're not your friends. They're people that are not lifting you up in the right direction. So hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it if you hit the share button or definitely hit the heart and tell me how you feel about what we're talking about. And remember, don't forget and we're constantly evolving things on the website to be changing up, adding things. So ConnieFuksa.com, go there, checking out things. One thing that we have on there right now is talking about doing live video, because I want you to do that and share what good information you have, because people need to see what you have and what you know, because they don't know exactly what you do. Nobody was created just like you, and nobody has all that good energy that you do. So share the good information that you know, and let everybody else know what's going on about that. Excuse me, this having the heat on has really been drying my system up. So go on our website, ConnieFuksa.com, download that information about doing a live video, and some of the other resources on the resources page will help you with maybe some of the tools that you might need. So if I can help you in any way, please reach out and let me know. Message me here, email me, Connie@ConnieFuksa.com, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Have a great day.